Let me tell you a story from long, long ago, in the days when the wind spoke in whispers and the trees carried secrets. This is a story from a village where the Yoruba and Igbo people lived in harmony, a place called Umoroko, nestled by the great Omi River. In that village lived a boy named CHUKA, only 10 years old, just like you. CHUKA was curious, brave, and always asking questions. He lived with his grandmother, Mama Iriti, a wise old woman who sold herbs and clothes in the village square. Now, something strange happened in Umoroko, something that still makes the old folks shake their heads and say, "Watch it before you give out your old clothes." It all began one hot afternoon. CHUKA and Mama Iriti were sorting old clothes under the big ogbono tree outside their hut. "Mama, what are we doing with all these clothes?" CHUKA asked, holding up a dusty buba top. Mama Iriti chuckled, "My son, we are giving them out. Some children have nothing but raffia skirts to wear. We must share. But some of these are torn. Shouldn't we burn them or throw them away?" "Oh, CHUKA," she said, holding her wrapper tight. "In our land, we don't just burn old clothes anyhow. Every cloth carries memory, even spirit. That's why you must always watch it before you give it out." CHUKA blinked. "Watch it how?" "You'll understand. In time." That very evening, a stranger came to the village. His name was Dorojiyo. He was tall, dark, and his eyes sparkled like river stones. He wore no shoes and walked with a bag made of crocodile skin. Dorojiyo came to Mama Iriti's store. "Mama, I hear you give out clothes to the needy," he said in a voice that was calm but strange. "I am on a journey and have nothing but the clothes on my back." Mama Iriti studied him carefully. "A journey, you say? From where?" He smiled but did not answer. CHUKA didn't like him. The man's shadow was too long for the evening sun, and dogs barked when he passed. Still, Mama Iriti, being kind, gave him a bundle of clothes, including an old white Agbada that once belonged to her late husband. The next day, strange things started happening. Goats disappeared, the river turned muddy overnight. Babies cried through the night and couldn't be soothed. And the worst part? Every morning, people would find their own old clothes, yes, the same ones they gave away, hanging on their doors, soaked and muddy. CHUKA asked his friend Ife, "Didn't your papa give out that blue shirt last week?" Ife nodded. "Yes, and we found it in our cooking pot this morning, full of ants." The elders called a village meeting. Mama Iriti stood and said, "This started the moment we gave out those clothes. Something is wrong. We must consult the Ofa, the village diviner." The Ofa lived deep in the forest. His name was Boba Okochi, and he was very old. He never left his hut but saw everything with the eyes of the spirits. The elders, Mama Iriti, and CHUKA went to him. Inside his hut, he threw his cowries on a black cloth and frowned deeply. He spoke slowly, "You gave clothes to a man who is not a man. He walks like us but comes from the land of the forgotten. He is gathering memories from clothes to rebuild his life. But those memories are not his to take. The balance is broken. You must find him and take back the Agbada. Burn it before the full moon, or this village will drown." CHUKA's eyes widened. "Mama, what did you give him?" Mama Iriti gasped. "My husband's Agbada, his burial cloth." They returned the cloth to the village, and the priest performed a cleansing ritual. He tied the Agbada to a sacred tree, poured palm oil and ashes over it, and said, "Clothes carry stories. We must not give out what carries the dead." As the Agbada burned, the river cleared. Goats returned. The baby slept peacefully. Peace returned to Umoroko. And from that day, the people of Umoroko learned never to give out old clothes without care. Mama Iriti taught CHUKA, before you give something away, look at it with your heart, not just your eyes. You never know what memories you're passing on. And CHUKA He grew up to become a wise elder himself. So remember, my friend. Watch it before you give out your old clothes. Not everything that looks old is useless, some things carry spirit and memory. Before you give something away, understand its value, spiritually, emotionally, and culturally. Give from a place of awareness, not just generosity.